And good evening, Savannah and the Low Country. Let's throw the Coastal Empire in there too, because I am in the Coastal Empire. Low Country's across the bridge, but you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm glad you could join me. It's Wednesday night, December 18th, 1 week until we hear, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. That's right, 1 week from Christmas. That's right. Next Wednesday. Will the coach be here? No, he'll be with the family, but I will be doing a special show Monday night right after the other Coach's Corner Sports Network show, Rubbin' and Grubbin', Monday night right here at Coach's Corner at 7 o'clock. And, of course, going to take off Christmas Eve, going to take off Christmas Day, then come back the following Monday because New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Coach is going to relax also. So I'll be back for the next 2 weeks on Mondays. That's a special edition of the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And like I say every week, whether you watch for 5 minutes, whether you watch for 15, whether you watch for 20 minutes, half an hour, you watch that special guest, I appreciate it. So, doing a research, when I was on the radio, up until 2020, the average listener is about 5 to 7 minutes on a talk show radio. So, is it the same thing on the internet? I got to find out, but I'm glad you could join me. As I say every week, we come in with 1, 2, 3 sections. The first section is 3 steps in the door. What is 3 steps in the door? I talk about the first step is high school sports, the second step is college sports, the third step is professional sports, all related to Savannah, Georgia, and some little national news. Then quarter number 2, we talk to a special guest. Well, tonight I got a special guest. Savannah College of Art and Design's women's soccer team won the NAIA National Championship last week. I'm going to have the coach on talking about the experience of doing that. We'll be talking to, I can't believe she's been there, I think 19 years, 10 years as a head coach. We're going to be talking to Rebecca Gunn, the SCAD women's soccer head coach of the national soccer head coach for the SCAD Bees who won the NAIA championship last week. Then quarter number 3, the Wetherington Chiropractic Athlete Athlete of the Month. This is where I get a special kid that's done something special or has been standing out in the community that has done something special with sports. And that's, once again, I think this is his 3rd time on the show, but he deserves it. One of the best players in the area, one of the best players in the state, a preseason all-state basketball player, okay? That happens to be from St. Andrew's School. He's a senior now. I can't believe it. I remember when he was a little freshman, okay? Zayden Edwards. That's going to be about 7:30. So Coach Gunn about 7:15, and Zayden Edwards about 7:30. So let's get right into it. 3 steps in the door. High school sports, step number 1. Even though they're outside the Savannah area, I don't know if they check out my show on the YouTube channel. Okay, hey, let me put that up there. If this is the first time listening, please subscribe to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel. Get me more followers. Let's get more news out about the kids. But I got a big shout out to 2 teams that play our local area teams. I got to talk about the Southeast Bullock Lady Yellow Jackets, who won their 4th consecutive flag football title. Got to love it, okay? Then I got to give a shout-out to Toombs County, who plays in the Savannah Country Day Savannah Christian football division for winning the Class A D1 Public School Championship, football championship, Monday or Tuesday, whatever, when they won it, okay? Toombs County, okay? So pretty special. Got to give a shout-out to the Southeast Bullock Lady Yellow Jackets for winning the Division I Georgia High School State Association flag football title. And then I got to shout-out to the GHSA Class AD1, I was right, public school champion, Toombs County. Okay? That's what I got for that. Now, we got to talk about basketball. Basketball started. Kyle Sandy, the man that is in charge of sandyspiel.com. I've coined him the voice of Georgia High School basketball, Georgia High School State Association basketball. He's got to get a little out there, I hope, into the GIAA and the Keiser area because, there's some pretty good kids here from Georgia that play in those other organizations or associations, okay? But let's go to the rankings. Week number 6, I can't believe it's week number 6 of high school basketball. In the boys division, in Georgia High School State Association, in Class A D2, Savannah High is ranked number 1. That's the public sector. In Class A to 3A, the private school sector, Calvary Day School is ranked number 5. On the girls' sides, in 5A, Bradwell is number 6, D3. And in Class A, D2, Bryan County is number 3. The Lady Redskins, Mario Mincy does a great job over there. I got to check this out. I'm going to go a little off target here, so hang in there with me, people. I got to find out something. I want to find out where Max Preps has St. Andrew's School, because I can't find a GIAA ranking. If you know where you can find a GIAA, Georgia Independent Athletic School ranking, please let me know. I want to find out if these teams are ranked in other organizations, because St. Andrews boys basketball team is unbelievable. I mean, they're one of the top teams in the area. They got some big games coming up this weekend. They beat public schools. So let me see here. Let's go to Georgia. Okay. I'll try and take that off. Okay, Georgia. Let's go more. GIAA, and I think they would be in the top class in Class 3. St. Andrews right now, the boys basketball team on Max Preps is ranked number 4. Frederica Academy out of St. Simon's is 6-0. Deerfield Windsor is 6-0. They're ranked number 2. Brookwood out of Thomasville is 9-1, and then St. Andrews is in at number 4. So I got to give them a shout out. It's an unbelievable team. Okay, what do you want to do this weekend? There's a lot of high school holiday basketball tournaments going on across the state, and there are 2 big ones right here in Savannah, Georgia. We have, of course, the Savannah-Chatham County Public School Holiday Classic, okay? That'll be held at 4 sites on Friday night, then 2 sites on Saturday, and then the Savannah Christian Preparatory School Second Annual Classic, okay? So as far as the public school goes, you can go to Beach High School Friday night, Johnson High School Friday night, Savannah High Friday night, and Jenkins Friday night. And on Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games at Jenkins, starting at 11 o'clock, and 7 games at Savannah High, starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'll have the schedules up on the prepsportsreport.com website tomorrow. Check it out. That all starts Friday. Now, at Savannah Christian, all right, the Classic, their second annual Classic, they have starting Friday, games starting at 12:30, going all the way to probably 9, 10 o'clock. Okay, so there's some good ones there. St. Andrews is playing 5 o'clock against Episcopal out of Florida. Savannah Christian, the host, this is the boys, is taking on Benedictine at 8 o'clock. And on Saturday, okay, Savannah Christian girls takes on MCA at 5 o'clock. Benedictine takes on St. Andrews School, and it'll wrap up with Savannah Christian taking on FEN County High School. I'll put those all on the prepsportsreport.com website. Please go check it out. That's my other site that I've been doing that since, I've been doing the magazine and the site since 2000. So check it out, prepsportsreport.com. So that's what's going on in high school sports. College sports, we're waiting for the bowl games. One going on right now, James Madison going against Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers. Tomorrow night, Georgia Southern in the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Okay, starts at 7 o'clock. They'll be taking on Sam Houston. All right, Georgia Tech, then on December 27th, takes on Vanderbilt at 3:30. And then January 1st, the Bulldogs, number 2 ranked team in the country, they'll play the winner of Notre Dame, Indiana, which starts Friday night. You got 2 big games Friday night. You got 3 big games Saturday with the college football playoffs. Please come to Coach's Corner. It's going to be a packed house. You want to see who's going to be playing who? I mean, there's a gazillion TVs here for you to watch it. All right, as far as basketball goes, in college basketball, Georgia off to a great start. They're 9-1. I got to mention that. But locally, Savannah State men's basketball team is 5-4, 3-2 in SEAC. They've won their last 2 games in SEAC to go over 500. They beat Lemoyne Owens and Lane. Tomorrow night, they'll be in Alabama taking on Spring Hill College with the ladies. The ladies will play at 6:30. The guys will play at 8:30. I got somebody having trouble logging in, so I'll help them out in a second. I don't know why they'd be logging in through Facebook, but I'll get to that later on. My phone, I'm the producer, the host, whatever you want to call me. Okay. The ladies won their last 2 also against Lemoyne Owens and Lane, the Lady Tigers. They're 2-2 in SEAC, 6-4 overall. Great job. Step 3, I'm going to go a little quick here. The Raiders finally got off the snide. They beat the Falcons finally got off the side. We're in step 3, professional, okay? Falcons beat the Raiders 15-9. They're 7-7, 1 behind the Tampa Bay Bucks. Kirk Cousins is being benched. Michael Penix is going to get the start against the New York Giants on Sunday in the Benz at 1 p.m. Okay, so that's what's going on with the Falcons. The Hawks, 14-13. They're 7th in the Eastern Conference, doing a great job. They made it to the semifinals of the NBA Emeritus Cup, which was won by Milwaukee, who beat the Falcons who beat the Hawks. I got some bugs flying around here. Beat the Hawks in the semifinal game. Okay, Braves signed De La Cruz from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Is it a big signing? He's an outfielder. They need outfielders. I don't know what that's going to be. So we know the Braves need outfielders, starting pitching, relief pitching. They need depth across the whole roster. Nothing happened at the winter meeting, so I don't know what to tell you, okay? Savannah Ghost Pirates, okay? They're 12-10. They dropped to 7th in the Eastern Conference. In their last 10 games, they're 4-5-1. They were on the road last week. 3 games in Kansas City. They won 1 out of the 3. They'll return tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Inmark Arena against the Atlanta Gladiators. Also, public skating and lessons are available at the Civic Center, sponsored by the Ghost Pirates. So get out there, go to the Civic Center, our annual holiday ice skating classic. All right, I got about a minute to go here. Tomorrow night, here on the Soundgarden, okay? What's going on in the Soundgarden? Tomorrow night, we have music bingo in the Soundgarden, okay? You got a whole bunch of prizes to win, 2 tickets for any concert during the 2025 Soundgarden Musical Savannah Music Festival, 2 pairs of Soundgarden season passes. Let me take this back. You can win 2 tickets for any concert during the 2025 Savannah Music Festival. You can win 2 pairs of Soundgarden season passes. It's a $1,200 value. You can get a 1-year membership to Bacon Park Golf Course. That's $300,000 value. It's going to be here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock in the Soundgarden. So we're going to have music bingo, okay? There's a whole lineup of new bands coming in after the first of the year. It'll start on January 15th with Live, Love, Laugh Tour Unplugged featuring Scotty Austin, formerly of Saving Abel and the Sponge. Okay, then on February 8th, the real first kickoff in Soundgarden States. Let's bring him in. The Yacht Club kicks off Superfest 2025. That's where 3 straight days we honor the Super Bowl, oyster roast, and all that stuff, and there's a gazillion TVs, so make it check out. Also, there's a new special building here on the Coach's Corner campus. Okay, it's called Indoor Golf and Games. Okay, Thunderbolt Indoor Golf and Games right next door. It's 2 golf simulators. They're working out everything. It's going to be hopefully open after the first of the year. John Henderson is excited about it. They had some people come play it last week. So once they get it right, exactly where they want it, we'll have a grand opening for the Indoor Golf and Games open house, or a Thunderbolt Indoor Golf and Games site. All right, my next guest is waiting. Got to thank the sponsors. Coming up next, she just won herself some bling with the Savannah College Design women's soccer team, NAIA 2024 national champions. That's the SCAD Bees. We'll be talking to the head coach, Rebecca Gunn. Stay tuned. Be back in 3 minutes. You don't want to miss it. Go Bees. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere, so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And what's up, sports fans, and welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network on the Soundgarden stage. Hey, it's Christmas time. The trees are up. The TVs are going. They got the bowl game going on right now, JMU against Western Kentucky. But you know what? It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're not going to watch those games. We're going to talk to our guest. And I'll tell you right now, what a great story, okay? They finished the year 20 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. They went into the NAIA playoffs, okay? Ranked number 9. They beat some big teams. So, you know, it's a thrill to welcome Rebecca Gunn, the head coach of SCAD, okay, on my show with the national championship ring for the women's soccer team over there at SCAD, the SCAD Bees. This 10th season as the head coach. She's built the Powerhouse program. They're always winning. They're always in the thick of it. And, I mean, I think she'll correct me, but I think I read she's there like 19 years. I mean, she'll correct me, but we'll find out. So joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat and talking about the championship journey that the women Bees had to go through. All right, and it's going to be a lot of fun, Rebecca Gunn. What's up, Coach?
Hi, Karl. It's wonderful to be here. And you are correct. It's been 19 years.
I mean, we've done this before, but, you know, now we got Rebecca Withers Gunn. So, you know, it's a different name, but the same situation. But once again, congratulations. I mean, perseverance. You waited 9 years. You got the head coaching job. Hey, the fruits of your perseverance now has you a national championship.
Yes, it's amazing. It's so good.
You got to love it. And quickly, before I get into the 4 questions I'm going to ask you, where are you originally from, and how'd you find this College of Art and Design, Savannah College of Art and Design?
That's a great question. So my dad was Air Force, so we moved all over the place. So I was born in like Minot, North Dakota, middle of nowhere. Moved all over. I claim Colorado as my home because that's where I spent my high school years and, you know, played high school soccer and all that good stuff. I played college soccer and went to school up in Minnesota, so University of Minnesota Morris campus. I stayed there for a year and was assistant coach. And then I was looking to get out, and I got hired on by Savannah College of Art and Design. And so I was the assistant at that point and was lucky to be under Andy Williamson, who was the head coach at the time. And then, yeah, when he left, I took over the program, which has been wonderful.
Oh, and you got to love the weather. I mean, you living in the cold weather your whole life, you got to love it down here. I know last week I was sitting on the stage. I'm outside all the time, okay, and it was 47 degrees. It felt like 36. And then I'm out here tonight. It's 67 degrees, feels like 67. But that's why I left the north to get down here to the warm weather. So you can't beat it, right?
No, 100% agree. I go back up there and I'm a wimp. They all make fun of me because I'm wearing like a heavy jacket and they're out in T-shirts. So it is funny how you acclimate to this weather.
Oh, I call myself a Southern Yankee because I'm hot-blooded now. I can't go back to that cold-blooded thing. So it's a lot of fun. But anyway, unbelievable season. And this is where, so people who are watching the show for the first time or just tuning in, where I get a coach or somebody that's involved outside of high school sports, and I call it 4 quarters with the coach. You know, I'm the coach, so 4 quarters with the coach, with the other coach right now tonight too. So we got 4 questions for Coach Gunn to answer about the Savannah College of Art and Design tongue twister women's soccer team's national championship run, and they are the national champions for 2024. Okay, so this past year is truly remarkable for SCAD women's soccer. As your team, you advanced to its first ever NAIA National Championship. What does this incredible accomplishment mean to you personally, because you've been there 19 years, and how do you feel it impacts the team and Savannah as a whole?
Yeah, no, it's a long time coming, obviously, like being with the program for so long. But there's been a lot of ups, and you know, it's always been a competitive program, but in recent years, we've been able to make it a championship program, which has been amazing. So the last 2 seasons, we've won our conference championship regular season, and then the conference tournament as well, those seasons. And so we've kind of been building this team towards, you know, this championship, national championship, but to get it this year has been amazing. And for me personally, obviously, it's kind of the pinnacle of every coach's career to win a national championship. And so, no, it's been amazing. I can't say enough about my team, about my staff, and just about the achievement in whole. So
it's the icing on the cake. That's what you've been waiting for, right?
It is. I mean, everybody wants to go out with a championship, but to be a national champion is quite remarkable.
You're not going anywhere yet, right?
Absolutely not. No.
So, all right. So the Bees came out strong, recapping the game. Question number 2. Okay, from the whistle, from what I read on the SCAD website, I mean, your defense was solid, your offense was solid. I mean, you had standout efforts from Sydney Cura. Is that how I say it?
Chura.
Yeah. Okay. Abigail Sidal. Okay. Mm-hmm. What do you believe was the key factors that enabled your team to take such control of the game early, a number 2 team in the country in Keiser, which you played during the year too, right?
Yeah, no, it was amazing going into that game, because it was an opponent that we had already seen. They're a member of our conference, and we've kind of gone back and forth over the years, but in the last couple of years, we've come out on top. And so we saw them in our conference championship, and we beat them 5-2, which was amazing. And so I think just going into that game, we had a lot of confidence that if we scored early, we'd be able to come out with the victory. And so that was amazing. I mean, you mentioned the defense, and our defense was phenomenal the entire final site tournament. So at the final site at the NAIA, you play 4 games. You know, if you win, you move on, sort of thing. And so we hadn't up to that point let in a goal. And we were I think the only team at that point, obviously, who had done that. And so, I mean, big shout out to our freshman goalkeeper, Saga, who, you know, was a huge factor in that. Our defense was amazing. We had Lois, who was defensive player of the tournament. But then you have to talk about our midfield, who controlled the ball. They won a lot of balls out of the air. And then our attack, you mentioned Sydney and Abigail, but Abigail scored that goal from across from Sydney 3 minutes into the game, which is unbelievable. And it put us on the right foot to be able to continue to, you know, we scored 2 more goals in that half, and it just put us into halftime in a good place, obviously. And so, yeah, we were really excited. We came out strong, and then we were able to soak up a bit of pressure, and then we put that final nail in the coffin towards the end of the game, which was great.
All right. Well, this is the question. This is the question that you want to throw out. You threw out the goalie's name. Anybody else? Your coaching staff? You want to give them some credit right here?
Oh, my coaching staff. Okay, so obviously my associate head coach is Sinead Byrne, and she has been an amazing member of this program. We've really gotten to a point where we're able to split the load. And so when you're playing in those 4 games, it's 9 days where you're playing in 4 games. And so we'd come back from a game, we'd have to download the film, we'd have to then do a scout and do tactics. And, you know, there's no fun time, no time to go around Pensacola, which is a beautiful place, but we're just work. But the ability for us to be able to split that, and I mean, she's phenomenal. Can't say enough about her. But then we also had our athletic trainer there, Paige, and she kept those girls healthy. We had our strength and conditioning coach as well, which was a real help, because he took a few of the recovery sessions for us during that time as well. His name's Tevin. And then we also had our sports information director there, who just was able to pick up the pieces and help us with a lot of different things. And then we had our social media person, which was Alyssa Smith. She is a SCAD alumni, SCAD soccer alumni. And if you check out our social media, I mean, she just does a phenomenal job. So yes, shout out to them. And then just the SCAD community. Can I say how much support we had? It was amazing. There's like a group Slack messaging system, and people were watching our games while they were at work. And, they're like, I'm working on spreadsheets, but I'm able to watch the game, go women's soccer. And so we really felt a lot of support from everybody, from the president on down. So it was really, truly amazing. Nice.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking to the SCAD women's soccer coach, national champion soccer coach, Rebecca Gunn, after their tournament winning the championship last week, NAIA. All right, so question number 3, 19 years, serving as head coach for the last 10. How have you witnessed the evolution of this program? In your opinion, what do you believe has been the pivotal moment that has led to this championship finally?
I mean, I hate to say it, but I really think COVID was a big change for us because we were able to bring in 14 players because we didn't play that season. And so there were more new players than returners. And at that point, we were really able to set like really high standards on everything, from as simple as like having our cones in a specific order, like color, the colors are very specific, those sort of things. We start with an amount of balls. You have to count them every practice. Just those little things that then you're able to build into higher standards over and over again. And then just the players were so hungry because they had kind of gone a year without being able to play sport. And so we got players in that were ready to go, and they just bought into the culture, bought into what we were trying to do. And so I think that was really pivotal. And just this group of, they were freshmen at the time, they've become seniors. They were so important to the program. I mean, like leadership, the leadership you have, the experience, the maturity, it makes a big impact on a program. So
nice. All right, last quarter, last question. Okay, remarkable season comes to a close. Coaches, you get about a week off, you get some little rest. But how do you tend to build on the success as the team looks ahead to next year? And what message would you like to share with the future players of SCAD women's soccer and the community of Savannah, Georgia, which needs to take notice of what you guys have done this year?
I love this question. No, so we have a good core coming back, which is great. They've been able to experience, so they're going to be wanting it again. I think that desire is going to be there. And so really excited about that, but recruiting is huge. So that's what, I got back from the national tournament 2 days later, I'm out on the recruiting trail. And so really important to get the right players in, because every player you bring in, they affect that culture. And so always want to be getting the right players in, but to those future Bs,
Rebecca, I don't know if you can hear me. We just got frozen. You got to love live radio. You got to love live internet, because sometimes the internet connections are shaky. But last weekend it was crazy because we had so many people inside. We had a party going on here outside. Let me see if I could get her to come back in here. Nope, I don't want to ban her from this. Let me remove her. Let's bring her back. All right. All right, well, we just lost Rebecca Gunn. So if you joined me for most of that interview, we were talking to Savannah College of Art and Design, the Women's National Championship head coach for this year in NAIA out of the Sun Conference, Rebecca Gunn. People 19 years at the same school, same institution, finally getting your chance to be the head coach, building that program to win a national championship is something special. You got to recognize the Savannah College of Art and Design women's soccer program because they're one of the best in the country. Everybody, well, coach, it's NAIA. Well, so what? It's NAIA. So what? It's a national championship. Savannah gets noticed. You got to love it. Great job, Rebecca. I'm sorry that we lost the connection, but well done. And I appreciate you coming on. And, of course, Devin Knight for helping me set that up, the new sports information director over there at SCAD. All right, this next young man's been waiting. Got to thank the sponsors. He knows the deal. But what a career. He's into his senior year. I can't believe that small little freshman kid now, who was about 5'4", is now 6'1", and he's doing big things over there at St. Andrew's School. And St. Andrew's School's boys basketball program is doing great things. We got to talk to him. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after week is going to be from St. Andrew's School, Zayden Edwards. Stay on 3 minutes. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. 3 minutes, Zayden, I promise you, 3 minutes. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere, so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now with more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style, we are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, the coach, he's on the Soundgarden stage. You know what happens on the Soundgarden stage? People sing. Not me, though. I can't sing. So I could sing probably Wish You a Merry Christmas or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but all these other songs, don't ask me. I couldn't tell you one thing from another. I do know 2 by heart. Happy Birthday and the Star Spangled Banner. So, but anyway, this is the favorite part of my show. This is where we bring on the kids that have done something special. This young man has made a name for himself, not just as an athlete, but as a student athlete. I mean, 3.9 GPA. He's taken IB classes at St. Andrews. I mean, so we're featuring today, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, who we're featuring today again, which I don't mind doing it, is Zayden Edwards. He's a senior point guard from St. Andrews School. Like I said, when I first met him, he was about 5'5". Now he's 6'1". Okay. Back-to-back state champion. Okay. Last year they were going 3-peat, fell short. He was the GIAA triple 3A player of the year. But, as Coach Mel Abrams, who's done a great job there, I think Coach has been there for at least 10 years now. He's an unselfish player. He's got a lot of leadership skills. He's averaging 16.5 points, 6.1 rebounds, 4.1 assists from last season. He's probably doing that again this season. He dominates on both ends of the floor because he knows defense wins championships because he's been there. So with the Lions off to another strong start this year, everybody's watching them. They got 2 big games coming up this weekend, but he's been such a great player to watch, student to watch, athlete to watch, you want to call it that, just a person in general. So joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat again is none other than St. Andrews' Zayden Edwards. What's up, Zayden? How's it going?
What's going on, Coach? All is well. How are you?
Hey, you know what? I can't believe you're a senior.
Yeah, it came quick, man. I mean, I feel like I just started here yesterday, but I mean, time has flown, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Please tell the people I'm not exaggerating. When I first met you, you were a freshman. They were 5'5", and you've gained 6 inches over the last 4 years. I mean, it's pretty impressive there, buddy.
Yeah, I hit a nice growth spurt. Yeah, it's been nice. I got a message from Coach Abrams. He said, if he's letting you interrupt practice, just know that he loves you a lot.
Hey, tell Coach Abrams way back when I got two little years up there on that board up there. Went to the state semifinals and we lost the heartbreaker. But yeah, I've had a great St. Andrews, a great place, and I tell Coach Abrams, and I appreciate it, and I do love. I'm going to get myself in trouble. When I was doing, I just said it, the Saints. Right. Okay, but now it's the Lions. So I do apologize to the St. Andrews community. Just an old ball coach, and back then we were known as the Saints, but now they're the Lions. And I'm telling you, right, from Saints to Lions, you guys are doing a great job. So really appreciate you doing this. And once again, congratulations on such a great year again. I mean, you guys are off to a hot start again, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, we are. About 6-1. Got a lot of new faces, but guys are working. We're starting to understand each other's play style, and we're really buying into what Coach Abrams wants us to do, and we're starting to get it rolling.
All right, so is this the second or third time you've been my Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week?
Maybe it's 3. I remember my freshman year had me up for football, and then again last year for basketball, and then this is my 3rd year. It's been a pleasure, man. We really appreciate what you do in terms of getting student athletes the spotlight and a chance to share their story is something that I greatly appreciate. I know that St. Andrews greatly appreciates also.
Well, I'm going to let you in on something because people don't realize in the year 2000, way back when I was at St. Andrews, I started what was called the Prep Sports Report who is the athletic director and the girls basketball coach in Deborah, who won 2 state championships. The coach never got anything, but she did. So if you look at the banners up there, that was her banners. But it's always been exciting because I learned that, you guys deserve more recognition than you can get here. And I know it's tough. Like I say, every show, or I don't know how many times, Dennis Knight does a great job with the Savannah Morning News. The TV stations, WTOC, JCL, SAV, Amy, Jeff, Corey. Let's go now. Corey's gone, so it's Colby now. Rachel. I mean, they only have so much time to get some news in there. So it's just to help you guys out, and you deserve the recognition. And you put on a good show. Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
incredible high school career, back-to-back state championships, almost a 3-peat.
Yep.
What has been the key to the success of your career at St. Andrews?
Yeah, personally, for my personal success, first of all, just be trusting in God. I mean, a Christian family, my parents raised in a Christian household, I have Christian morals and values. So first, I was just trusting in the Lord, understanding that His will is going to be done throughout my life, and just understanding that you have to put in the work. That's something that, me and my brother and even my sister, my parents have instilled in us is you have to work for anything that you're going to achieve. So that's in the classroom, both socially and academically, and then athletically, just putting in the work in the gym, unseen hours. My mom's on staff as the girls' assistant basketball coach, so she has the key to the gym. So I'm in here a lot. You know what I'm saying? So putting up shots on the shoot machine, again. But then when I get in the game, just trusting my work, understanding that I put in a lot of work and that it's going to show. Again, Coach Abrams always says that whenever you're tired or you're out of it, your habits are going to show. So just understanding and trying to build great habits personally, and then breaking those off to my team also. So when those times come, we're ready for those moments.
All right, and last year, a great season. You got recognized as a GIAA Player of the Year for 3A. I mean, outstanding playoff run, stats off the charts. So how do you elevate your game this year now? I mean, and you got some new pieces coming in to help you, but how do you elevate your game?
Yeah, that was a question myself, my parents, and even Coach Abrams and Coach Gunn that we had right after the season. Kind of places where I wanted to, grow my game. Being that I was on the boards a lot. I averaged about 4.5 assists. I was scoring about 16 points a game. But understanding that it might not be growing on the stat sheets, but things that don't show up on the stat sheets. So continuing to be a leader, a vocal leader, boxing out, diving on the floor for balls. And then just becoming more consistent with my playing, whether that be scoring the ball, assisting it, or just coming every day with work, coming every game and showing up and not taking any plays off. That's been it.
And you just said leadership, okay? I mean, you're leading this team as a senior this year. You're the guy that has 4 years of experience. So once again, the goal for St. Andrews now is to win another state championship. So how is the team buying into that, and how are you leading them into getting to that final goal again this year?
Yeah, that's another conversation we had with Coach Abrams. Definitely looking at the locker room this year. I'm the only guy that has a state championship ring, so that's a lot different. I mean,
you're the last one.
The last one.
Wow.
The last one, yeah. So I mean, that was a shocker to me too. Whenever I looked around, so understanding that I'm the guy with the experience. Again, I mean, we're only returning. Myself and then Amari Cook was the only other player that played serious minutes last year, returning this year. So understanding that we're going to take a front role in terms of, showing the guys the ropes, understanding how we do things at St. Andrews, not just on the court, but just around campus academically. It's just something that me and Amari has been, showing first with our actions, but then also with our mouths. So, what I'm saying, just leading the guys and, just having fun with it also.
Nice. Okay. And, Coach Abrams, he talks about your leadership, your work ethic. How's your relationship with Coach Abrams shaped you as a player and a person that you are today?
Yes, sir. One of the big reasons, many people don't know, is one of the big reasons I did transfer from Bethesda Academy to St. Andrews my freshman year. One reason was to play with my brother, but also the impression that Coach Abrams made on my family and even my brother. The way they would talk, the way he would talk to my family, and he always had Zaire's his best in mind whenever making decisions, and I understood that I wanted that for myself also. So just being a Black American on St. Andrews campus where it's predominantly white, Coach Abrams has been a mentor to me, understanding that there's not many Black kids here, but I mean it's a community and it's a family, and we never feel left out or anything like that. But just having him being the dean of students in the upper school, he's just been a mentor to me, both academically, socially, and athletically. I mean, he's always pushing me to be great. He's never going to lower the bar for anyone, and especially me. He wants me to be great, and that's something I'm appreciative of.
All right, and he also says you're a role model for your teammates. What message or advice do you give to these younger players or the players that haven't won a state championship yet on your team? What advice do you give them?
Trust the process, man. It's not easy. A lot of people think, because we play in GIAA, that it's easy to win a state championship, but obviously last year it's not easy. I mean, we ended up losing in the Final Four to a really good Lakeview Academy team. So understanding that you don't have to trust the process, buy into what we want to do. Again, I've been here this will be my 4th year here, and then Abrams and Coach Gonzo has established a culture. So buying into it and understanding that it's only one way to get there. And I like to say Coach Abrams has a remedy. So just understanding and buying into what we want to do. And then it's not just on the court. We win state championships in the classroom, peer-to-peer, building relationships with kids who don't even play sports on campus, who are in the one-act player, different things like that, interacting with their community and understanding that one team doesn't win a state championship, but the entire school wins it.
Now, everybody's got to buy into it, and you got to have players like you that show them what they need to do, which is something special. And I know Coach Abrams feels that way too. All right, so if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach Scored Sports Network. I'm talking to this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Zayden Edwards, Senior at St. Andrews School. All right, so another tough schedule for you guys. You've already beat some top teams. You beat top teams throughout your whole career. What do you think is the biggest strength of this year's squad compared to the other teams that have done this before you? I mean, you got 2 big games this weekend, Episcopal out of Florida and then Benedictine on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Episcopal actually beat my freshman year. We went 25-4, winning the state championship my freshman year. and Episcopal was one of those losses. So it's like a full circle moment for me and Abrams, being that, we're coming back around. We're playing in my senior year. So it's going to be a good game. And then obviously we have BC on Saturday. But, it's just a part of what we do in terms of playing big schools. I mean, ultimately it's just another game. Understanding that is going to winning those games will help our strength of schedule. And then, going on the road and playing teams in Atlanta and different things like that ultimately helps us for when we want to go in the postseason and we have to travel and play in the Final Four at Georgia College or Columbus State for the state championship or different things like that. It ultimately just sets us up to be, acclimated to taking those road trips and different things like that.
It prepares you for what's at the end, and that's what every great coach does. You got to play the best to be the best. Mm-hmm. So there's no running away from it, okay? And you talked about this. Go ahead.
I don't think I didn't fully answer your question, but what makes this team different?
Right, there you go. We left that out. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's size, man. I mean, this year, we got some big kids. I mean, we have Miles Cummings, who's a senior, standing at 6'7". Jakari Glover coming over from New Hampshire, who's about 6'5". We brought in Deshaun Singleton, who's from Calvary, about 6'3", 6'4". His brother, Jashiel, about 6'2". Myself is 6'1". We didn't have that, especially those big guys inside the 6'5" and the 6'7". We didn't have that last year, even the 2 years we won a state championship. Our biggest guy was probably Rod Conley or Ricari Harrison, who's standing about 6'3". So I'm having the size. I mean, it's now expanding Coach Abrams' playbook in a way. We got a lot of plays where we're throwing the ball into the post where last year or in years past, we would, primarily play on the perimeter, being that we had, skilled guys like Will Thompson, Jalen Shepard, myself, Zayden Edwards, Jonathan Rickert. We had guys who could put the ball on the deck and create for themselves. But having that size inside and being able to throw it in to a 6'7" or 6'5" kid, and then they're getting their buckets, and now the defense has to respond to that. And now it opens up the game for the perimeter guys like MJ Scott, who's also from Calgary, Amari Cook, myself, Gus Bloom, who's from the Netherlands. We have a lot of weapons on the outside. So having those big guys inside, it makes us really hard to beat.
So Coach is finally going inside first and then outside, eh?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're throwing the ball in a lot more than I have in years past. And it was an adjustment, especially when those guys got in the first couple weeks of practice. You had guys, catching the ball and not looking inside first before making a decision. But now, I mean, you have to look down there. I mean, those guys are eating. I mean, Jakari's averaging about 15 and 15.
Nice.
And Miles is averaging around eight rebounds, 8 on the limited minutes that he's playing. So having those guys down there has been a game changer for sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have trees, it makes a big difference. It really does. So, and you're still 6'1". You're still the shortest guy out there.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm used to being, one of the guys, that have to guard the 6'4", 6'5" kid, but now, I got guys that can guard the bigs, and it's been a relief to me guarding the post, not having to guard the post this year.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. Earlier, which I jumped because we didn't finish the second question, which you did a great job reminding me, okay? So you talked about your family support throughout this journey. What role have they played in your basketball career? And, of course, your personal growth and your student life is self-explanatory. I mean, you're a believer in Christ and you get great grades. But tell us about the journey. How have they been a big part of it? Man, I mean, you got to talk about the twin, right? He's calling you the twin.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. My pops, man. He's my role model, man. I mean, I strive to love Christ and live life like He lives it, pure and trying to be and strive to be more like Christ. He's really set that in front of me and my siblings. My mom has been a rock, unwavering in anything, and unwavering in faith, in belief or anything like that. She's always in the gym with us. I mean, she played college basketball. So in terms of basketball, she's the gym rat. My dad likes to take the back seat when it comes to working out and things like that. But I mean, they've been my rock. I mean, my brother has been pushing me since I was little. When he was here in high school, he was dragging me out of bed to go work out. When my freshman year, I didn't really want to work out. You know what I'm saying? So he really instilled that strong work ethic in me at an early in life. And now that he's gone, it's kind of something that I've, kind of taken on myself. Get up early morning, 6:50 workouts before school, and even putting up shots after school. And my sister is just my escape, man. She's amazing. She's the most beautiful little girl in the world. She plays soccer, track, basketball, volleyball. I mean, she does it all. She's also a 4.0 student over here at St. Andrews. So I mean, they've been my rock. Whenever I'm wavering in faith or in hope or, in work ethic, they're there to pick me up. And ultimately, my goal to play collegiate basketball has been fulfilled, being that I'm committed to play at North Greenville University, a Division II program up in Tigersville, South Carolina. So that's an achievement that's been set and that's been achieved. And that's something that I haven't done by myself, but my family, my mentors, my coaches, and my friends have all played a part of. And that's something I can't thank them enough for.
Okay, now we got your mother and your sister taking on you and your brother. Who wins?
Ooh, they can't hang with us. Maybe when they get older. I mean, my sister's gonna be really good. Whatever she decides.
Well, a little birdie told me she might be the best Edwards to come across the floor.
That's what it's looking like, man. And she's even picking up that volleyball, man. She loves volleyball too. So whatever she decides to do, she's gonna be great at it. But I don't think they can hang with me and Zaire, man. I mean, whenever we get on the court together, I mean, it's something special. And who knows? Maybe one day, college, professional, somehow, some way, semi-pro. You never know. I mean, one day I want to end back up on the court with him. Being that we've only lost 5 games together, 56-5 together.
Nice.
It's something that's not heard of. 2 state championships together. So playing with him one last time or another time would be great. So just trusting God through the process. You know what I'm saying? Yep. He's enjoying his career at Augusta, and I'm paving my own way at North Greenville. So it's gonna be fun. Nice.
Okay, so you just said it, okay, because I wasn't sure, but I found it on the social media that you're committed to North Greenville College, okay, D2 program. So what was the recruiting process like, and what are your academic and athletic plans when you get to North Greenville?
Yeah, stressful. Oh, my goodness. I mean, watching Zaire go through it, going into his senior year when he was being recruited, he was stressed out, but I was like, getting recruited sounds fun. I mean, looking at it from outside looking at me, it sounds fun. You're talking to coaches, doing your research and things. But once I got into it, man, it's tough, man. Sending emails to schools, doing your own research, hearing back from schools, answering phone calls, making phone calls back, setting up Zoom calls, unofficial visits. I mean, throughout my recruiting process, I talked to about 30 plus coaches from Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO, community college. So, I mean, I was blessed enough to kind of go through the process through all the different levels. But ultimately just knowing what I wanted in a college was huge. Somewhere where I knew I could grow spiritually, whether it be going to a Christian university or just having family or family friends around the town that I was in that I can know that, kind of keep me on track in terms of my spiritual life, spiritual growth. Somewhere I knew I could thrive academically. North Greenville is a high prestige academic school. Again, Division II program in terms of athletics, and then also as a Baptist Christian school where I know I would thrive and grow spiritually. So understanding what I wanted in a college and trusting God through the process, because it's a funny story that North Greenville didn't come about until very late in my recruitment. Actually, I was being recruited by Furman University, and went to their elite camp and. Ended up the assistant coach that was recruiting me on Furman's staff. His dad is actually the head coach at North Greenville. So nice. once Furman knew that they weren't going to go my way in terms of recruiting, they kind of passed me on to North Greenville. And ultimately, that was a blessing because, I mean, in terms of location, school, academics, athletics, it's all I wanted in the school. And in terms of academics, whenever I get there, my plan is to major in pre-med. I'm going to go the pre-med route. Hopefully being a PA, earning my undergrad and then going to med school has been a dream of mine. But also maybe a minor in coaching or sports management, different things like that. Business minor has all been conversations I've been having with my family. Understanding that route won't be easy. Pre-med in basketball, especially Division II basketball, it's not going to be easy. But understanding that nothing, life doesn't get easier. Carl Lawson, who's the head girls basketball coach at Duke University, said, life doesn't get easier. You just handle hard stuff better. And that's something that I've carried out once I heard that the path is not going to get easier. So understanding that to embrace the tough situations and understanding what I want and just striving to go get it.
Nice. And you know what? They call me the OG because I remember a guy by the name of Dr. J coming out of Long Island, New York. We may have Dr. Z coming out of Savannah, Georgia. You know
yes,
what I mean?
Yes, sir. I mean, that'd be great, man. That's something I can see myself doing. And Tim Dare, who's a family friend and a parent of Gracie Dare, who's on the girls basketball team here has been a mentor to me in that sense, being that he went the premier route. He is in urgent care, so doing internships with him and just talking to him and understanding his path to get to where he is, understanding that he wasn't, the 4.0 student, but he also had to work to get where he is. Dr. Dare, shout out Dr. Dare, man. I really appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, mentors here at St. Andrews, just the St. Andrews community has been huge for me in high school and just developing as a young man throughout these 4 years of my high school career.
Nice. Okay. You talked about St. Andrews. Let's reflect on the 3.5 years that you've been at St. Andrews. You're dedicated 3 years, academics and athletics. Share your experience of attending St. Andrews School. And, you made that choice because of Coach Abrams, but
Yeah.
you know what? The school has also built you into the student athlete you are too.
Definitely. I mean, I'm only an athlete after school or before school.
True.
So from 8:15 to 3:25, I mean, I'm a full-time student. The teachers here, from Dr. Waldron, the head of school, to my head of upper school, Mr. Lockley, to Ms. Krause, to all my teachers. I mean, even my peers, they all want the best for me. And something that I appreciate is that I can walk to every teacher in the high school and you can ask them, what does Zayden want to do after high school? And all of them know my goals is to play college basketball, and ultimately, study pre-med. And that's something that speaks to the community that St. Andrews has, that we only have 150 kids, 160 kids in our upper school. So it's a very tight community. Everyone knows everyone. I'm the student council president here at St. Andrews. So being that I'm leading assemblies, I'm leading, announcements in the mornings, different things like that. It's just been, I mean, they've allowed me to thrive socially, academically, holding a 3.9, and athletically being, 3-time All-State, 3-time All-Region state champion, player of the year. I mean, all things that I don't think I'd be able to do if I wasn't at St. Andrews. I mean, they've been a blessing to my family and myself for the past 3 years, going on 4. I mean, and I tell people all the time, I mean, transferring to St. Andrews is probably the best decision of my life. And it's crazy because it wasn't a decision I wanted to make.
Right.
My parents ultimately did make an executive decision to kind of push me to come to St. Andrews, being that I was so deep in wanting to stay at Bethesda. But I mean, I trusted the Lord and trusted my parents' guidance, and ultimately, it came to fruition. I mean, they obviously had the sight, and I mean, God did His work, and I mean, look at me now. I mean, it's something that I'm appreciative of.
Executive decision. How about a parental decision that you had no choice?
Right, exactly.
So,
yeah.
But anyway, great decision. My daughter graduated from there, and she went through that IB program. And
we just took exams this week. I just took my last exam this week, man. I mean, that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed. I mean, St. Andrews. My dad says it all the time. St. Andrews 4.0 and a Savannah Public School 4.0 is different. And I mean, that's no knock to anyone who has a 4.0 in public school, but just the academic prestige of St. Andrews, and people who hold very high GPAs or even has a 3.0 at St. Andrews, it's impressive. I mean, because the workload and the IB program and even the honors program here at St. Andrews is very difficult and very, very time consuming. And then if you're going to be an athlete on top of that, I mean, it's something to be commended. And I commend my teammates, fellow athletes that go to St. Andrews, and even just students who are in plays or in fine arts, different things like that. It's just amazing to see everyone here who want to come here and work and get their academics, and then also thrive after school. It's just something that's been amazing to see.
Academics, arts, and athletics, they work together. The 3 A's in a school community.
Definitely.
All right, last question. Okay, so from what I read, your motto is hard work defeats talent when talent refuses to work hard.
Yes.
How do you live by this, and how has it shaped you through your athletic and academic career?
Yes. A lot of people would say I'm talented, but I would say I've earned my talent through hard work. I've seen guys who have all the talent in the world, or teams that have all the talent in the world, but end up losing to teams who just are hard nosed and just want to work. Just having that strong work ethic, along with having talent and skill and different things like that. It works together. Honestly, I feel like you can't have talent unless you work hard. Eventually, the people who work hard are gonna. If you're talented early and you don't really work, those people who work hard are gonna slowly kind of close that gap and ultimately pass you. So understanding that I'm not done is something that Abram says has been on my butt about this year, understanding that what I did last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago has nothing to do with what I'm doing this year. Understanding that I haven't done anything, honestly, especially with the guys that's in the locker room now. So understanding that that my work ethic shouldn't waver. I should still be putting up the same shots, holding my teams to the same standard, and understanding that I'm the one who knows how to get there, myself and the coaching staff. So just working hard and trying to instill those things in the guys that's under me who want to play college basketball, like MJ Scott or Paige Getter or Chase Brown, those underclassmen who aspire to play college basketball, being that we've had so many players go through this program and play college basketball. My brother graduated class 23, Caleb Lofton, class 23, Jalen Shepard, class of 24, Will Thompson, class of 24, all playing college basketball. And then myself would be class 25 playing basketball. Just understanding that, obviously St. Andrews has the remedy in terms of producing college athletes, whether it be Gabby Van Brunt, who's swimming out of Alabama. It's not just basketball. Understanding that it's a process and that you're going to have to put the work in, and just showing that through my actions, and also just from my experience, just passing that on to the younger guys also coming up through the program is just something I would like to see and continue to do.
Well, you've done a great job at it, and your coaches probably said this, your parents have probably told you this, your mom being a basketball player and a coach also, there's always somebody out there trying to outwork you, and you got to outwork them every day.
Definitely. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Well, Zayden, it's been, it's not over yet, and it's still fun watching you do what you do. But that's why you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. I wish you the best of luck Friday and Saturday, because I know it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a packed house at Savannah Christian for you.
It's going to be live on Saturday, man. We're excited. Guys are ready to play. We have a chip on the shoulder whenever we play teams that's inner city. Again, we had a great show when we played at the Embark Arena this year. And anytime we get a chance to play at home or even just in the city in front of the Savannah crowd is something that we really take pride in. So it's going to be a lot of fun playing this weekend. Guys are ready to play. Guys are getting healthy. Guys are putting in work again. The guys were finishing up practice while I stepped out to be on here. We're excited. We're ready to play. And you guys should be there Friday at 5 p.m. at Savannah Christian, Saturday at 5 p.m. at Savannah Christian. It's going to be a show. All
right. We said some people jump on with a comment. TJ Daniels. That's right.
For sure.
And then he says, state champs again, eh?
Yeah, that's the goal, man. We're pushing to it. That feeling that myself, Coach Abrams, Coach Gonzo, Amari Cook, Max Carter, those guys who dressed out on JV last year, who was able to be a part of that Final Four loss last year in overtime by 2 on a buzzer beater layup. That kind of miscommunication at the end of the game. The guys that kind of felt that heartbreak. We have a chip on our shoulder, and we're coming for it all. Our goal is to win our last game. We understand that Friday or Saturday is not our last game. But again, once we get towards the postseason, it's just win your last game. And that's something that's been a motto of ours. Take it day by day. We're not focused on Saturday. We're focused on Friday because that's our next game. So, guys are ready to play, and we're excited.
Coach Abrams got that one game at a time mentality in there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, best of luck. I'll be keeping in touch. Can't wait to see when you sign for North Greenville, and keep up the great work. And as always, go Lions.
Go Lions. Coach, I appreciate you, Coach DeMasi. always what you do for the city of Savannah in terms of athletes, or just your show has just been a blessing to see in the past 4 years, even being a part of it. I'm forever grateful for what you do. The media days at the Optum, all the different things you do for the city is something that shouldn't go unnoticed. You've been a big part in my life, and getting me on these shows and talking in front of guys, talking in front of people. I've had college coaches, being a part of going back and watching these shows. So what you do for athletes who want to play at the next level is something that shouldn't go unnoticed, and that's something I really appreciate, and that St. Andrews appreciates.
Well, coming from you, it's very special, and coming from the kids, the athletes like you, my motto's always been, during the school day, I'm a teacher. After school, I'm a coach. And if I could touch a student's life or a player's life, I've done something right. And that's all I've been doing. It's a calling, and I love doing it. And I appreciate that coming from you. And tell Coach Abrams I love him.
Yes, sir. I definitely will. Appreciate you, Coach.
Talk to you later. Good luck this weekend.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Good night.
I'll be watching.
Yes, sir.
Bye. What more can I tell you? Just a great kid. I know he's been on 3 times. He deserved it. Football player, basketball player again. The kid is a hard worker. He knows what he wants in his life, and great parent support, great parent leadership. And we got my man David Kelly jumping in. I was going to get to this comment, Coach. Good evening to you. Wish your family Merry Christmas. Yeah, I got to go spoil my grandkids. That's what I'll be doing this weekend. But appreciate you tuning in every show. And, of course, got to thank the man behind the scenes is the producer of Rubbin' and Grubbin', the OG of the Coach's Corner Sports Network, Lawrence Bennett, checking in. Thanks, Lawrence. That means a lot, too. So, once again, just a great show. I know the head coach from Savannah College on Design's National Women's Soccer Team, NAIA National Champion. Her internet went out to the end. She did a great job. Rebecca Witters Gunn, been there 19 years, head coach for the last 10, gets that championship. You got to love it. And, of course, athletes like Zayden Edwards, that's what it's all about. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Dr. Bart Wetherington and Lisa Wetherington have sponsored this since 2013, going on 11 years. I don't know how many athletes I've been interviewed as the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, but it's special when they thank you and it means something to them. And I've like I said, I've touched them, and hopefully I can touch more young athletes' life in the Savannah area. All right, to finish up, Karl's Corner. That's right, I'm going to Karl's Corner. I got to go. I talked about this not last week. I didn't do one last week. 2 weeks ago, I talked about 3 things that were destroying college football: the NIL, transfer portal, and greed. While the transfer portal, again, is making an impact on what's going on in college football. If you know anything about it, transfer portal has 2 windows, okay? The early window is December 9th to December 28th. If a player does not register or enroll in a transfer portal, they have to wait till April 16th. They got till April 25th, okay? They got 10 days to do it. In December, they got 20 days. But what happens is that you're giving up on your team. And I talked to my son, Russell, college coach, okay? I asked him, so if a student or a student athlete commits or enters the transfer portal, are they still eligible to play? And he said, Dad, yes, they're eligible to play, but it's up to the coach if they continue with the team. Now, so far this year, I looked up the college football playoff teams. There's 12-team playoff this year. Arizona State has had 12 players enter the transfer portal. Tennessee 11, Texas 9, Boise 8, UGA, Georgia 8, Indiana 7, Ohio State 6, Oregon 6, the Ducks, Penn State 4, Clemson 3, Notre Dame 3, and Southern Methodist University, SMU 3. No major, from what I could tell, there were no major starters that completed to the transfer portal. These were all second teamers, players that played a lot but weren't the quote unquote top players. But still, though, it's destroying college football. There's got to be something done. NCAA committee, transfer portal can't start until April. Okay, so these kids aren't jumping ship. But then again, you got the NIL, which is the other bad nugget of this whole thing. Kids are getting offered millions and millions of dollars. Why is one kid committed to one school, then decommits and goes to another school? There's no doubt about it. I wish I could give you the facts. I wish I knew how much money these kids were getting. Okay? But most of them are getting a big jump in money. And we're talking millions. We're not talking thousands. We're talking millions. This was all put in place to give the students some help. NIL, name, image, likeness. Instead of the colleges and all this merchandise making money off to the kids can get some of the money. I believe college athletes should be getting some sort of compensation. Yes, they get a full scholarship, which is worth millions in my opinion. But if they're committed to that sport, how are they going to pay for their food? How are they going to pay to get clothes? How are they going to do the other little things? Now, it's getting to the points where it's unbelievable. But the transfer portal is killing the college football playoff. And we need to do something about it. Yes, we know that the House of Representatives is talking about revenue sharing. And hopefully, but there are schools that have contingencies that take care of the money given to, for example, Coach A from UGA, not Kirby, but a coach from a big-time college needs the contingency to give this kid more money so he doesn't go to the other school. It's happening. It's happening. We used to have all this trouble with the boosters. They were giving kids money, and the kids would get in trouble. The school would get in trouble. Now it's a legal way of doing it. I just got to get. I had to talk about that because, like I said, you're talking college football teams, kids transferring out, coaches saying they can stay or they can't stay. It's just crazy. But on that note, I'm glad you could join me. Like I say every week, it's always a lot of fun. Got to thank the guests once again, Rebecca Witters Gunn from Savannah College College of Art and Design, Women's National NAIA Championship team, and of course, Zayden Edwards from St. Andrew's School, the Lions, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic out of the week. So, like I say, to end the show, okay? I'll be back Monday before Christmas. So, but please say a prayer for this crazy world, what's going on. Hopefully this took your mind off of that for a little while. But remember, we got to deal with it. We can't run away with it, but it's going on. Say a prayer for all those people who've been affected by it. And whatever you do until tomorrow, like I say, always hit it out of the park. Until I talk to you next Monday night, may it be your best week ever. Got the hiccups all of a sudden, but God bless. Peace out. I'll talk to you later. It's been a lot of fun. You've been watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. See you later.